Hello everybody and welcome to some more Just Cause 3, and for some reason they started me off with a train falling down this lovely... What the fuck? I did nothing. I loaded into the game. Also, my arm was invisible where my little, I guess, mini-map is. It is still falling. Wow. Anywho, what this lovely episode is, and what it will be, is the end. This will be the end of my extras, and what I'm going to do is finish showing the backstory of the game. The only other aspects of the game, really, that I have not showed is all the De Lorello tapes, and going to the ancient tombs, which I've never been to. Not even once yet. So that's what this episode is going to be. It's going to be a massive montage of me playing all the De Lorello tapes. So this could run about anywhere from an hour, or even maybe longer, but that's the idea. And then once that is done, this will be pretty much it that I'm going to show on camera. And then the rest of it I'm going to be doing off camera, or maybe live streaming, maybe. And that'll be the Platinum Center. So after this video, the next video you'll be seeing will be my Platinum review of the game. And the train just blew up at the bottom of the mountain. That's fucking hilarious. Thank you, Just Cuz. That was perfect timing. You're beautiful. Anywho, so that's what I'm going to do. I am heading off to all the lovely question marks on the map. And I will be going to all of them. All of them. And every great journey begins with a single fast travel. Tape number 1 in today's lovely journey.
8:15. The president arrived today for his celebration. A few disobedient citizens protested near the port, cheering my name instead. I personally greeted him at the docks and graciously escorted him on a tour of our recent successes. General DeLuca's recent legal misfortunes still keep him away from public events. Day 8:16. Before boarding his ship to the capital, President Dante personally thanked me and intimated that the mess with DeLuca must be resolved quickly. The president promises to place it at the top of his agenda. Now, I must tread carefully here, yet ensure that it continues to remain a priority. Perhaps another embarrassment for DeLuca will tip the scales fully in my favor.
Oh, here'd be fine.
Day 8:60. While I talk on the telephone, DeLuca barges into my office, boiling with rage. He thunders about my inefficacy as a commander, his own superiority, my pathetic pampering of our worthless president. After enduring 2 minutes of his tirade, I calmly hold up a single finger, return to the phone, and assure President Dante that I will call him later. DeLuca's face blooms purple as an eggplant, his fate sealed.
Wow, a single finger. I wonder what that finger was. Careful.
Day 9:12. Surrounded by the beautiful countryside, accompanied by just the right amount of pomp and circumstance, President Dante swore me into the position of Brigadier General. Congratulating me, he whispered that I should rely on him. He knows the trials of being young and empowered. I look forward to whispering back to him one day. Day 9:13. The languor of the military ends today.
You're the guy they keep
Command
talking
and control are the foundation of my vision for the world. No more will government paychecks pamper wine-fueled retreats. The men must must transform their soft skin to leather hide, their minds to steel traps of resolve, their will consumed by my voice. Today, my claws tear into the flesh of this nation.
No, he's flying guy.
Day 1281, with an unbreakable grip over the southern islands, I turn my focus to the scattered fishing villages in the western islands. The serpentine rock formations provide an ideal defensive structure for building a more advanced military away from the prying eyes of the capital. Day 1315. My meetings with the President's Defense Council proceed flawlessly. Their eyes fill with shame as I dissect their budgets, lifting corruption close enough to the light to dampen any dissent. The weaker representatives need only suffer some small tragedy to place them slithering on their bellies, begging for my leadership. Time to create an enemy. Day 1317. In my predecessor's files, I discovered a contact with the agency. A shadow American organization with their fat little fingers in every pie. As I wait to meet this mysterious figure with his cowboy drawl, my gaze falls upon a perfect plot of land for a future airbase in this region. My need for an enemy seems to have fallen into my lap. Day 1341. I saw disgraced ex-General DeLuca fishing off the pier. What a pitiful sight. The man wastes the precious oxygen of this earth. But I owe it to him to find one more use for his life. That agency man I met might be the key. I need only set the wheels in motion. Day 1349. One can conjure insanity within a subject. It just takes a bit of a sense of humor. The agency contact merely orchestrated some pranks on DeLuca, burning toast in his house while he's away, moving the dock he likes to fish at by a few feet, calling and saying nothing on the phone. Just enough mischief for him to begin to question his senses.
That's a hell of a prank. Like the dock that you fish on, move the entire dock over a couple feet. I would I would love to have the power to do that kind of stuff.
Day 1377. After weeks of adjusting DeLuca's perceptions, the psychological cracks widened. He reacted violently to a local constable who received a tip that DeLuca was fishing without a license. When he showed the license, which we replaced with an obvious fake drawn by a child, he flew into a rage. He kept shouting that this was all part of an elaborate conspiracy. Day 1385. Sergeant Major Dushku's role in the plan to create an enemy force within Medici began today. A forged audio message reached Dushku last night, pleading for help, saying that there exists a conspiracy to ruin the sovereignty of Medici. Dushku, in his typical patriotic zeal, immediately made plans to visit former General DeLuca. The seeds of a rebellion take root and need but a little light and water to grow.
Interesting.
Day 1492. Much time has passed since my last entry. Dushku's arrest warrant lingers, but remains uninvestigated. The Polizia searched DeLuca's dust-covered home and found no evidence of where he disappeared to. The case file rests in an unresolved stack. With some gentle nudging, The two of them sailed to a small hideout in the far southern tip of the islands, building revolutionary plans amongst the ruins of civilizations past.
Rico, you've inspired us to take back our country. Viva la revolution!
1550. The investigation into the disappearance of the arrested this young officer, a reckless youth who races cars. A small service today commemorated the young officer's death in a tragic accident. His brakes inexplicably failed on the last corner. An amateur racer, Rico Rodriguez, won the race, barely avoiding the accident himself. Another career begun in triumph and tragedy.
Now that's interesting. Now I'm getting tied into the story. This is why I think these tapes are fascinating. And why I want to share them.
1524. Tuscu surprises me with his aptitude for recruiting disaffected youth willing to die for idealism. With a little more time, violence against the innocent is inevitable. In 1536, a new threat rises. Rosa Manuela, a little-known politician, created quite a stir with her recent speech decrying the corruption of government and the military elite. She foments dissent in a way that proves contrary to my needs. In 1551, a bomb exploded in the small town of Soliana, killing a few fishermen and injuring a dozen others. DeLuca's military mind proves useful, though his personal grudges makes the targets he chooses predictable.
So this is my first ancient tomb? Interesting. Tell me more. That's it? I thought like I had like some Tomb Raider shit. Ooh, what is this?
Oh,
What the hell is
change
this?
is good.
What the hell? Oh, that's what it is. The mortar. Okay. I want my Bavarian one back, please. Thank you. Anyway, so I'm just paying respects to the tombs. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, these are dead people. Always respect the dead. But like, I wanted like some Tomb Raider stuff. I could have at least gone in. It's the same as lighting a shrine. Anyway, I press on.
Rico,
bless you and all you've done.
bombings continue and national riots flare up with little extra coaxing. People die and weep and blame. President Dante scrambles to win back the favor of the people. Soon the option of martial law will glisten like a shining savior. In 1598, I offered to tour the Southern Islands on President Dante's behalf to appeal to an end to the violence. Dante assented as his numbers in the polls continued to drop and Rosa Manuela's continued to rise. The people lapped up my words like thirsty dogs. Polls showed a 6-point swing for the president, and the bombings magically stopped. In 1670, President Dante asked me to travel with him on the campaign trail and give speeches on his behalf. His paranoia shifts my strategy a bit. He shakes with nerves when giving speeches in the South, fearful that some insignificant farmer might put a bullet in his brain. I feel disgusted by his weakness. Day 1624. I allowed the shipment of weapons to pass through my security net. The small rebellion now possesses the means to attack. I worry they might succeed in killing President Dante before I can connect Rosa Manuela to the rebels. Day 1637. A sniveling sycophant working in research begs for attention. He calls himself Zeno, and most of his colleagues despise him openly. A man utterly unloved creates delusions to overcome loneliness. One kind word from me, and I own him. His cowardice could prove very useful. Day 1668. A terrible attack occurred in Vinia later today. Blood flooded the streets as screams echoed around the old town square. The people cry out for security and happily throw their precious freedoms away if only they could feel safe again. I imposed a curfew and posted military throughout the town. Manuela campaigns on a platform to restore order. The president's poll numbers drown in the chaos. Day 1669. On the pleadings of the president, I ordered elite units into the rebel stronghold, killing many of the dissolution followers there. With the help of the agency, I ensure that both Deluca and Dushku escape, but perhaps not completely unharmed. The people rejoiced at the bloodshed. Self-preservation makes monsters of us all.
The AI finally figured it out. Good for it. We continue.
Day 1674. Against my better judgment, I acquiesced to the request to dismantle a group of smugglers hiding near the old grounded aircraft carrier. The men left fewer people alive than I wished. Once I hold control of the nation, I must grow the gangs of smugglers again. A strong black market creates both a cheap labor pool for the prisons as well as valuable target practice to keep the military sharp. Day 1681. The people call for immediate elections to oust President Dante. Rosa Manuela continues to surprise me with her tactics. She easily manipulates the hearts of the people, but I command the loyalty of the military. Her first action as president assuredly displaces me from power. The time for decisive action approaches with startling speed. Day 1692. The Democratic Commission under the watchful eye of the international community will hold their elections. In 2 weeks' time, the people will choose Rosa Manuela over President Dante to lead them. It demonstrates just how much of a fool he is to think he can beat Rosa in a fair election. Day 1705. The military remains on high alert. All leave cancelled. The agency, via Rosa Manuela's people, leaked President Dante's travel itinerary to the rebels. Dushku's ego struggles in the obscurity of this rebellion. I wager he will personally pull the trigger tomorrow. Day 1706, Election Day. Rosa easily leads in the polls. President Dante's travel schedule passes close to Oliva Moro. In that moment, my guards will attempt to quell a small protest while moving the president out of the town square. Everything hangs in the balance in this moment.
Okay, so I'm here getting a vintage part.
Finders keepers.
For a fighter. And I've come across...
So, we meet again, Mr. Snowman.
What the hell? This is kind of cool. And the fact that the dialogue triggered that when I walk near it is... It's fascinating. I'm not sure what this is, but this is cool. I love little Easter eggs like this. Freaking awesome. Can I... I can't destroy Mr. Snowman. Anywho, that was pretty cool. We pressed on.
Day 1707. President Dante's death turned gruesome. The panic caused a stampede, crushing my men underfoot. Dante's body needed to be recovered, piece by piece. I have imposed martial law across the land and cancelled the election. Rebel hideouts burn across Medici. Dusko escaped the scene, but I will need his confession to arrest Rosa Manuela. Day 1708. Dusko easily succumbed to Martha's interrogation techniques. I possess a video confession stating he acted in the interest of Rosa Manuela and received financing from her campaign. I posted an arrest warrant for her within hours. Day 1709. The agency is furious at my choice of tactics. They can nag all they want. Our union is far past consummation. The people are calling the military takeover the night of the bonfires. They'll remember it as the night we shed pretenses and burned away our shameful weaknesses. Day 1710. I must quell the agency's fury. A small gift should suffice. Remembering the young race car driver, I personally oversaw the burning of the Rodriguez household. The screams meant little to my leaders. That they meant even less to my men. Faces blank and firelit, guns trained on all exits. Fill me with the pride of my accomplishments. Now the agency rescues with open arms a newly orphaned recruit. They can be Rodriguez. The life of servitude to them buys Medici in security.
Okay, I wish the subtitle would have kept up with that, and I hate that like a plane flew over. Kind of took away some of that here, but I get the gist of it. It's basically bred my household, and I'm going into the military that is the military Medici led by Di Labrello. I like this backstory. This has been the most fascinating thing so far to me about this game. Oh my god! No fucking way! I want to pick it up! Holy shit, can I really get the Thor hammer? Or is this just all decorative? Oh my... God dang it. Alright, hold on. Oh shit, a brick. Mongoose... Goosey, rub me left, right, spin me right round, right. Let's get all the tethers on this bad motherfucker. This is the best Easter egg in existence right now that I just found by accident. Yes, I now have a lot of tethers. I've been doing challenges here and there. You know, when videos render, you have time in life. Oh, is it really? I can't move it. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, if there's a will, there's a fucking way, baby. Okay. Go! Go! I want Mew Mew! The This is so cool, though. I'm so glad I found this. All right. Anyway, on to whatever this is I have to collect over here. That's fucking amazing. Oh, look at that. It's a tape. Oh, perfect.
1712. Rosa Manuela absconded with a few advisors, seeking political asylum in South America. She predicted my pardon of rule too quickly. I must be cautious with her. She will not give up easily. While she draws breath, my absolute rule can be challenged.
It's like the Khaleesi of his time, basically. Ran away to a distant land and can now challenge his power. How fascinating.
Day 1740. A military raid on Rosa Manuela's main campaign office revealed more documents linking her to the death of President Dante. Further investigation revealed money flowing to a growing rebellion in the South through an ex-general, De Luca. I must say, those men at the agency do good work.
Basically, he's just more linking her more to false stuff. But I don't know what the hell's happening with my helicopter. God dang it! Don't destroy my precious helicopter.
Day 1750. As planned, De Luca stabbed Dushku through his neck and into his brain as we paraded him to prison. I then personally shot De Luca as he tried to escape. Unfortunately, getting a small spot of blood on my newly pressed uniform counted. Bothered me during the ensuing combat. Time for order and the rule of law to firmly take root.
So both of his patsies basically just came to a head, and he got his wish, and his plan is, well, it's pretty genius. And the reason his plan is so genius is because this is over the course of years. And that takes a lot of dedication.
Day 1717. I suspended the Constitution with the promise of a return to democracy once we root out the violent elements within our society. The people's representatives voted unanimously for the resolution. Of course, I must ensure the violent elements continue to provide fuel for my perfect flame of order. Day 2082. 1 year removed from Dante's death, my authority stands uncontested. The agency requests latitude to experiment on a local mineral, Bavarium. If they are interested, I am interested. Perhaps power blooms in more than just my dormant volcano. Day 2091. The Policias still pose a threat to my plans with their adherence to codes of ethics and due process. They reek of redundancy, bumbling over affairs the military can better manage. I must find a way to dispose of that institution. That's all the due time. Day 2114. The smugglers row in the south. The construction of new military bases occupies the hands and minds of the people. A new research facility hidden within the central communications tower in the mountain obfuscates itself amongst other top-secret expenditures. The blue mineral Bavarium offers a path beyond these shores. Day 2215. I must acquire more military hardware. These Western powers manipulate and lie, selling me generationally obsolete weapons. I do not care for a life lived under the boot of Western imperialist pigs. They should be careful when smothering a fire. I still possess enough heat to burn. Day 2385. Dima Al-Masri's genius flourishes under my patronage. Technology and the pursuit of it endlessly ignites in her soul. In exchange for her services, I pay the agency a paltry quantity of Bavarium for their own research. The agency misunderstood her use and how to motivate her. The more resources I pour into her lab, the faster the advancement. I begin to see the true power of Bavarium.
Ah. That was probably Dima. It's Dima he's referring to now.
Day 2614. The UN submitted a vote in the Security Council to restrict my access to arms. Predictably, the US and Russia both vetoed the effort. The world should thank me. I am creating agreement among the unagreeable. They all covered access to Bavarium more than they desired democracy. I allow very little of the mineral off the island, claiming labor shortages. Day 3593. A small, ineffectual rebellion brews once again in the caves in the south. By restricting outside companies from forming on the island, the youth must turn to military service to survive. My men now occupy every town square and churchyard. I take special pride in the stories of atrocities in which I had no hand. My people learn to embrace the hate and yet stay docile through fear. Day 4169. My first Bavarium explosive test proved successful. The world took notice. Some think I have joined the nuclear club, but I started the Bavarium club. With this weapon, my will burns far stronger than the false freedoms of other nations. Medici's rise to global superpower proves inevitable. Day 5172. The agency cannot control their liberal government. Talk of sanctions buzz across their liberal media. I loathe the relationship with them. I contracted with the Black Hand to build a stronger elite military force to protect the mines and weapons. I need the local rebellion to grow in power, to offer an opportunity to test my weapons. The world must see my terrible power in action. Day 5318. The agency thinks they can unseat me. I also have spies in their midst. Perhaps the time has come to expand my power beyond these crystal blue waters. More resources are needed for research and military hardware. People may bend under the weight of my needs, but they will not break, for they are Medicean. Day 5416. Dima Al-Masri understands her role better now. She works, or I torture her. She builds my weapons, or I torture her. She increases Bavarium's yields, or I burn her with a blowtorch. I will not be denied my rightful place.
That's how Dima got her scar on her face.
Day 5915. Work has begun on the massive effort to convert our prized ruins to military bases. Timelessness is not reserved for antiquity alone.
Why is there just a random burning car driving itself? The beauty and randomness of Just Cause 3, everybody. How I love you so.
Day 7103. I killed too many of the rebellion. They grow weak. Their leader, an ineffectual buffoon named Mario, seemed to have ties to an agency man. My old offering, Rico Rodriguez. I must push Mario to contact his old friend. Perhaps this Rico could prove a more competent catalyst for rebellion. I am in need of a target to test my new military might.
And that, my friend, it leads to his downfall in a horrible, horrible way.
7305. Interesting news from the agency today. It seems the civilian plane that avoided my jets last night belonged to Medici's sacrificial son, Rico Rodriguez. The prodigal boy returns, as predicted. He reminds me of Icarus. Be careful, Rico Rodriguez. Fly not too close to this flame. I'll grant him small victories at first. Once the revolt reaches critical mass, I will crush it and show the world the true power of my Bavarium.
So is that... No, that's not it. Okay. This must be a temple shrine thingy-bobber. So this has been a very interesting, like, 4 hours of my time. Granted, it's not been lovely. It's not been 4 hours for you guys, but that's because you're special. We already all know that. But sometimes it's just nice to be reminded, right? It's just nice. I get to light this temple shrine. Where is it? I'm assuming that's what this is. And I should get the No Stone Unturned trophy.
Shrine for one of
Yeah.
Ravello's victims. Rest in
Remember the
peace.
fallen. And... I think I have to do daredevil jumps to actually get that trophy, so maybe scratch that. Anywho, I do believe I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, besides doing the daredevil jumps, or stunt jumps, or is that what they're called? Daredevil jumps? I don't even know. Hold on, I can find out. No, I can't. Anywho, I have collected everything in Medici. Oh my goodness. But the most important thing that I got done that I wanted was hearing and listening to all the tapes up to where basically the campaign of this game started with Di Lorello. Listening to everything and watching him like come into power was very, very fascinating. You know, somebody who's got that kind of will and tenacity it's a good thing, except for when it's used for something horrible like becoming a military superpower and ruling over people with an iron fist. Anywho, hope you guys have enjoyed. I know in the beginning of this video that I said there probably wouldn't be any more videos that I'm done. I say that, but there probably will be something. There always seems to be, because this game is got a lot of content, and I can't seem to step away from it because I enjoy it. So yeah, there probably will be more videos extra. Perhaps. I'm not saying there won't be. I'm not saying there will be. I'm on the fence now about it because I think in my head, well, what about this? What about that? What about live stream? Blah, 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 blah. I know there'll be a platinum review of it, but that might be a while. Till then, like in between that, I might be making another video. Anywho, enough of my rambling. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been me playing from Just Cause 3, going collecting crazy and collecting tapes and getting backstory. Hope you've enjoyed, and don't forget, if you want to have the tenacity and the unstoppableness of Di Lorello and not use it for bad, you must stay unstoppable!